impress upon. So I'm introducing this tool. It's called the stress scale, and it's a very simple rating scale of 1 to 10. The higher the number, the higher the stress you're experiencing. So for example, 1 through 3, you're centered, you're feeling balanced. Someone mentioned that in the chat, a quality of resilience of like really having a positive influence on others. And you're a positive presence when you're in your 1 through 3, the green zone here. You're present in the moment, easily you can focus and you're thriving. 4 through 7, you might feel a little off. You're dragging and you're surviving, but you're not thriving. You have stress, but you're managing it. 8 through 10, we've all experienced this. Oh my God, like downward spiral. This could be like major anxiety. This could be, you're so depleted and exhausted. This is the red zone. Poor decisions are being made. And in the moment, you're like, oh no, I'm going to have to go back to apologize to this person later. I just lashed at them. Like this is the time where bad behavior is happening. This could also look like you're totally checking out. You want to maybe smoke some weed to try to check out, or drink, or this is when a lot of people reach to substance. So this is the red zone. So right now, just go ahead and check in with yourself in this moment. Take a minute and give yourself a number on 1 to 10. Like, what is your level of stress? And pop it right in the chat. What is your level of stress in this moment? So it's a number from 1 to 10. I'm going to put mine in. Both Mara and I are going to do it as well. Okay, so I see a couple of 3s. I see a 5, 4.5, a couple 4s, 6, 7. Let's see, Levi 5, Olivia, yours just went through. Noodle 6 to 7, Margaret, let's see, 5, Juliana 6. Okay, and let's see, there's one more here. Sarah 6, Haley 5. Okay, great. So we're also going to put this in the chat. How did you come up with that number? What was the reason that you came to that number? Like, did you, Mara, we're not there yet. You can go back. Oh yes, no, you're right. I'm sorry, Mara, it's my fault. Yep, you're right. Yep, go ahead and put in there. How did you come up with your number? What was it that made you come up with that number? Is it a circumstance in your life? Is there something going on in your body? Are you feeling something? Is it something going on in your mind? Okay, so Levi, I see mentally I'm healthy, but I think I'm getting sick, so I'm having a hard time focusing. Yep. I'm feeling overwhelmed. Emotionally, I feel pretty chill, but my muscles are tense. Great. I'm feeling tired, a little anxiety. You're feeling a little anxious. Okay, good awareness. In my body, I feel at ease in my body. Okay, Olivia P, I see that. Okay, so there's some more coming in on the chat. I'm thinking about the future. Yep, thinking about the future and being ahead of ourselves can cause some stress. Thinking about a lot of things at once, so the mind is going. Gabriella, thanks for sharing that. Sophie, okay, mentally, but my body's letting me know that I'm more stressed than I think. Yep, my body does that too. Thinking about the worst times in my life and realizing I'm not too far from there. Okay, Georgia, I hear you. Cassie, anxiousness, balancing on the edge. Okay. Juliana, uncertainty, anxiety, making choices that affect my family as well. Yep. Sarah and Haley, body feels anxious, Haley. Aishwara, tense, tired, sometimes anxious, not as focused as I was before. Okay, this is amazing. So what this is telling me is many of you you're so in touch with your bodies. So let's go into how to become aware of our bodies and what they're telling us. Because if we can catch ourselves and address stress when we're in the yellow and come back to green, that's just better than when we're getting to the red level. And then we're lashing out at others, it's coming out in our behavior, it's affecting our lives and the people around us. So let's get a little more awareness about what our bodies tell us. So yeah, Mark, please go to the next. So we're going to talk a little about internal versus external indicators. So let's move on to the next slide. And I'm going to put a poll up here. And what the poll is, and I want everybody to check how internal stress shows up in your body. And I just put a poll up, and I want you to check if this is one way that your body, so you can pick more than one of these ways that your body tells you that it needs a break, that it is feeling stressed. So go ahead and click on these and notice there's also an other at the bottom. And if you pan down, there's also a couple other selections. So I see everybody's going. 7 of 17 of you have responded. Now 10 of 17, we're almost there. A lot of you experience change in heartbeat. Racing thoughts is high on the list. Panic or anxiety is like one of the number one. Okay, 15 of 17 people have voted. We're still waiting for one more person. And then I'm gonna end the poll and we're gonna release it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end poll and send it out. And share results. Okay, so you can all see what everybody else said here. Let's see, anonymously, of course. Panic or anxiety was the highest one, 94. And that's internal experience of panic anxiety. Second one, sleep disturbance. We actually talked about that before the class started a little bit. Neck or back tension, I get that as well. Racing thoughts, absolutely. These are all internal disturbances or indicators of stress. So Mark, can you go ahead and take a screenshot of this? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this for your reference in your online portal. Okay, so these are internal indicators. Now we're gonna go ahead. Mar, did you get a screenshot? Thumbs up, she's given me. Okay, so we're gonna do, now what are some external indicators? External indicators, I'm gonna put another poll up here. What do you experience when you externalize your stress? How does this show up for you? And I just launched that. So you, again, select as many as that apply for you. Okay, 20% of you have voted. 60% of you have voted now. 70%. Okay, we're still waiting on a few more people to vote. So far, the highest one so far is irritability and impatience. Okay, we're waiting on a couple more people to go ahead. Go ahead and get your vote in. You have 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, y'all voted there. Here's the results. Okay, so everyone can see the poll. So notice crying was high on the list, irritability and impatience were high on the list. A couple people checked other. So go ahead and put in the chat, if you hit other, what did you mean? What do you mean by other? What other ways do you experience stress that gets externalized? Notice addictive behavior, shopping, alcohol, drugs. Okay, Sophia, here, overly judgmental, isolating. Okay, Emily, you feel really cold. Impulsivity, yep, so quick decisions without thinking them out, Cassie. Visible fidgeting, so there's energy. Okay, these are great. I think we might add actually a couple of these to these polls. Okay, Sarah A, I see that you second the self-isolating. Yep. And it's actually the worst thing to do, but I hear you. I do that too when I get really, really stressed. It's like it's vulnerable. And it's like, I don't want anybody to see me like that. I cut off from people around me. Cassie, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I do too, because how many of you can relate to just feeling really vulnerable when you're in that position, when you're feeling really stressed? Yeah. Hands are going up. Okay, great job. I'm going to stop sharing this. Mar, did you get the screenshot? Thumbs up. Okay, we're going to put that in your online portal. Going to get rid of that. Okay, so Mar, you can go ahead to the next slide, please. Okay, so why do we do this? Why is it important to know how your body communicates stress with you, either internally or externalized? Why is this important? And we'll go ahead and take a couple people sharing on this verbally. Who would like to share? Like, why would I take time to go through this? Gabriella and Mar, go ahead and stop the recording because we're going to have someone share.